much energy. Put in your booby rocks. Live your best life. Keep doing you. So much energy. Let's stick together with some high kicks. Wow, wow. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of So Much Energy. It's me, Jenny McKinney, and I am here this week with some funny stories, life events, things that have happened, things I want to share with you that should make you laugh. If not, then it's just a story that you're just going to think is lame. Alright, so let's just jump right into it. Some of you know that I have an uncle that might, he might not have one kidney. He has one kidney. A few years ago, he had a kidney removed. We have shared some funny stories about that guy, and we were at the bin store. I found a plush kidney just randomly in the bins. I didn't know what it was. It was like a purple little weird looking thing. It had some like orange tubes coming out of it. It looked funny to me, and then I read the description. It said plush kidney. So I thought, who can have a plush kidney? Well, my uncle only has one kidney, and this is about the closest that I can get to donating one to him. So I bought it. Took it up north. I put it in a cooler with some ice because it was wrapped in plastic, and then told him I had a gift for him. So he came over, and I gave him that kidney. Oh my gosh. No, he was not offended. He thought it was hilarious. We took some funny pictures. They're back on my Facebook page from when I was up north a few weeks ago. Pretty hilarious, but I wanted to share that in case you're not on Facebook and social media. And yeah, so if you can give somebody a kidney in any other way, then it might not work as much, but hey, plush it out, flush it out. Alright, so then, he called the other day. That's my Uncle Stevie. He called the other day to tell me that he left his front door open. He was doing something in the house, left the front door open. Not a big deal. Except later, he heard something scratching in the closet, didn't really pay attention, went to bed, got up the next morning, found a huge groundhog in the closet. No, sir. No, sir. So he just calmly went back outside and left the door back open and waited for the groundhog to evacuate. And it did. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what this groundhog was doing, but he was just like, hey, I'm going to come in and sleep here for the night, and then I'm just going to leave. Who knows what he was doing in there? He's probably getting some snacks, making a sandwich, probably going to the restroom. Who knows? So yeah, he just left, and then Stevie told me there was another time when he came out to his vehicle, he went to start it, and then realized, I don't know if it wouldn't start or something happened, but he went and looked under the engine, opened the hood. There was a raccoon in the engine. In it. Raccoon. No, sir. No, sir. Then there was another time when we were at work. One guy came in, he had a rough morning, okay, and in Michigan, it was very cold, very icy, and it's always super risky when you have steps, because if the steps are ice, I mean, it's very hard to get down. So he was running late for work, comes running out of his house, slipped on the steps, fell down the stairs, hit that ice, fell down the steps, landed on his arm, on his side, on the driveway. So now he's facing his vehicle, looks under the car because he's laying on the ground, he's on his side, and there's a raccoon right there by his face under his vehicle, and he just punches it in the face as a reaction. Fight or flight, he couldn't flight because he was on the ice, and so he just punched it, which I felt was very rude because they already have 2 black eyes, right? They don't need that again in their life. What a very rough start to your morning. Oh my gosh. Need a minute. right. I was driving down the road the other day. We were behind a vehicle, and the license plate was a vanity plate. Some of those are funny. Some of those are kind of hard to figure out sometimes because they're either missing letters or you got to fill in the blank or something. And this one said BOOBERX, right? So I thought booby rocks, right? That's what I'm thinking, booby rocks. And then all of a sudden I realized, like, oh no, what if it's a prescription for boobies? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Either way, it was pretty funny. And then I just thought, like, this can go so many ways. It was pretty funny. I was on a customer call the other day. Had a customer mishap again. For those of you that have been here for a while, you know that I had a mishap a few years back, and we played that clip on this show. It's back a few episodes called Customer Call Gone Wrong, I think, and I'll check the episode. Episode 107. 107. So with this customer, I was trying to tell him that his order shipped and was sent. And I just told him that your order has shipped, which is not appropriate. Because I think they're business cards and I don't think they could take a crap. So that was not appropriate. Oh man, I even apologized. He's like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Then, man, last week was a crazy week just for like typing up notes and funny things that I've been seeing. Very observant last week. There was a tow truck next to me, and it was carrying a Uhaul. Okay, so it was a tow truck with a Uhaul. So I thought, is that a Uhaul hauler? And then I was talking to Josh about it, and he said it's a U-Haul I-Haul. Or an I-Haul U-Haul. Oh my gosh, too much. Then last week, I was at the gym, and they're doing renovations, okay? So the air isn't working. Sometimes the music is silly. It's very hot in there sometimes. It's stuffy because it's like the air is not circulating right. So I walk up and there's a huge poster on the door, which most of the time it just tells us to go to the other door, which is fine. The poster said welding, new HVAC system. Do not look at the welding arc. Okay, all right. I'm sorry that you had to tell us that. Like, people shouldn't be doing that anyway. But we have to put that on a poster on the front door. So don't look at the welding arc. Then I go to the restroom, and on the back of the door, there is a handwritten note that says, if you need to flush this, flush the third toilet to get this one to flush. Now, I'm in the first stall. So at first when I read it, I kept thinking I had to flush 3 times. No, that was not the case. I had to leave that stall, go to the third stall, flush that toilet to get my toilet. So when I flushed the third one, the first one flushed. I don't know what was happening. Renovations. Yes. I went to Home Depot. I had to get a yard sprayer. And in there, so we have, there's a city here called Fall Branch. And I'm in line that has nothing to do with where I'm at. And so I'm at Home Depot. I'm at the self-checkout. There's 3 customer service people back behind me, and they're just all chit-chatting. And the one guy says to the other lady, he's like, hey, y'all, how far is Fall Branch? And that was just a question. How far is Fall Branch? And I'm waiting, and I didn't say anything. And finally, I turned around, and I said, it depends on where the tree is. And then they all just look at me, and I said, Fall Branch. And then they all just start laughing. So then GW asked if I am kicked out of all Home Depots or just that one. Fall Branch. Yes. All right, 2 more funny things here for you. Okay, so I was thinking, you know how you just think random thoughts? No, maybe, I don't know, whatever you're doing. But I was thinking the other day, if you are like an uppity alcoholic, are you a bougie boozy? Okay, these are just the thoughts that I have. And lastly, I saw this story where this guy had given his wife a bracelet, and she was very excited. And then she realized, like, he said, "Oh, this is my grandmother's bracelet," and and she opened it, and it said, "Do not resuscitate." Like you're trying to give something sentimental, and then it's a "Do not resuscitate" bracelet. Oh, too much. Alright, everybody, that's me for this week. I hope you're having a great week. I'm putting out some good juju out there. Next week, we're going to be back. Jeff Jones and I went to the Bigfoot conference, so we're going to be here next week to talk about that. Funny stuff that happened. Interesting perspectives. And Jeff Jones got to be in a small space with one of the speakers. So we'll talk about that. And I will see you again next week. Thanks for being here. Make sure you laugh this week and stay hydrated. Okay? And get enough sleep. Alright, everybody. Thanks for being here. And I will be back next week. See you then. And see you later. I'm doing some spirit fingers for you. Bye.